preaching the mystery of Mashiach, who the world calls Christ. Right. Okay, so definitely stay tuned in, and I appreciate the call and the questions. It was definitely a good question.
And we in the new covenant right now.
Yes.
Right now.
For the record.
New covenant right now.
For the record. According to our faith.
Thank you.
All right, sister.
All right, sister. Shalom.
All right. Bye.
All right. Shalom.
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 Shalom. All right. Let's bring it in. 404-466-43. Shalom. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom. What's going on?
Pieces of truth.
Wow.
Yeah, Wow.
What's going on?
Shalom.
Yeah, man. Basically, man, I'm calling in, man. You know, I want to talk to y'all, brother, about that RFID microchip, the mark of the beast.
What took so long?
I'm saying I want to talk about the mark of the beast, man. According to the scriptures, the RFID microchip not biblical. And I was calling in to see if y'all can show me a precept in the Bible about the RFID chip being the mark of the beast.
Okay. So you're saying you want to see RFID, the word, the term RFID?
No, I want to see the microchip in the scriptures, not private interpretation.
Right.
I want to see the precept proving that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Because according to what we teach is money. And we can prove that in the scriptures. If y'all will allow us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the brother Shalom right there.
How y'all doing, brother? Shalom, man.
Shalom, man.
Yeah, here for y'all again, man. It's been a minute, man.
Oh, yeah.
Any other brothers?
We just want to bring this up because we believe this is a stumbling block to Israel, man. So we just want to, bring it to the light.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Salakia, real quick. Hey, Salakia, real quick. Is any other brothers on the line? Want to greet right now?
No. Come on.
Okay, come.
Now, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, when you read that and it goes into the word Mars, we all know the word Mars in the Greek is charisma, right? And we know the definition to that word is basically stamps, an imprinted mark, an engraved image. All right. So when you read First Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 6, if you can get that for me, brother, you can read that Maccabees.
Okay.
At first, you might want to read the definition to charisma. Let's read the Revelation 13:16 and get the definition for charisma, and then we'll read the Maccabees and prove that point.
Okay. Am I allowed to read, brother? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Revelation 13, it says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And
now that mark, like we said, that's charisma. Go ahead, up.
Okay. And that's the G5480. And it's an etching that is stamped a badge of servitude.
So an etching? You say an etching?
Etching. So,
a scratch?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Wait. Stop. Okay. What was that last definition again? Because there was two parts. You just read the first part. What was the second part?
Badge of servitude.
Okay. A badge of
servitude. Now, okay. Now I want to stay on that. I want y'all to deal with that badge of servitude, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Okay.
But basically, we want to deal with the charisma, the mark. We're going to deal with the badge of servitude. That's all part of it.
You reading the definition?
Yeah. And I'm going to get the... Can you go down to the Strong's up?
Okay. That's good. All right. So I think I won't say.
Well, basically, I got it, man. The strong definition for the mark is etching. It's a stamp. So, according to the strong definition in the KJV, it's a stamp. Now, when you read First Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 6. If you can grab that up.
Okay.
First Maccabees 15 and 6. And show that that stamp is referring to money and not a RFID microchip.
You said 15 and 6, right?
First Maccabees 15 and 6.
Gotcha. Okay. And it says, I will give thee leave also to coin money for thy country with thy own stamp.
And that's the stamp, that's the mark, that's the charisma. That's what it's referred to in the book of Revelation 13. If y'all allow me to get one more precept, please.
I want to ask a question.
Revelation chapter 14 and 11.
Okay. So lucky, my phone a little slow. Revelation 14 and 11. Gotcha. Okay. This is Revelation 14 and verse 11. It says, right? You said verse 11, correct?
Yes.
And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever.
And that's the indignation of the Lord that's talked about in the book of Malachi. Go ahead, Salaki.
Come. And they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
The mark of his name. Now, when you go, like when we just read First Maccabees 15 and 6, Antiochus told the Israelite that he was going to let him coin money with thy own stamp. All right. Now, when you read, get that Matthew 22, 19. Last scripture, I promise, Austin. Last scripture.
This is Matthew
22, 19.
Verse 19.
And 20.
Gotcha. All right. He says, show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, who is this image and superscription?
Who is this image and superscription? Now, when you look up the word superscription, if you can do that for me,
okay, give me a second. Okay.
Look up the word superscription. It says an inscription, a title. It says an inscription of the inscription on a coin. Superscription. Now, when you look up this in every other translation in the Bible, every other translation, it translates into saying if you look at the verse 20 in every other translation, it says Matthew 22 and 20, and he said to them, who is this image and name on it? That's the superscription, the name. That's easy English. Then Yahweh Shai asked them whose picture, that's the image, and name are on the coin. That's the superscription. All right, the stamp, the same stamp in First Maccabees 15 and 6.
And at the time of the denarius. Okay, go ahead.
All right. I was just asking. You were saying that's in another translation as far as the name.
What I said was, according to First Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 6, that stamp that we read, that Antiochus said, I'm going to give you leave to coin money with thy name, with thy own stamp. All right. And when you look up the word mark, charisma, the definition for it is stamp.
Right.
All right. So and when you look, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the answer not the badge of servitude is a time when you acquire land from the Romans, they would give you like a deed. And that deed was a badge of servitude to worship up under them. I just want to put that out there. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. That's the history on that.
All right.
But like I was saying, every other translation translates that superscription into name as the inscription, the inscription, the stamp, the mark on that particular coin. Now we can look up the word superscription, and it goes back to the word mark. If you allow me, G1924. If you look up the root word of superscription, it says inscription. It says physically or mentally, going into in your forehead or in your right hand. And we got scriptures to back that up as well. But I hope to y'all brothers.
I've been trying to ask a question. Go ahead, Lay. You did it first. I was just gonna say this real quick. In Matthew 22 and 20, I'm looking at the different translations on the blue letter, and I'm not seeing names as far as in the different translations.
Matthew 22 and 20.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the different
all
translations.
Right. So when you look at all the other translations, it translates to name.
I don't see names. I'm looking at KJV, New King James, NLT, NIV, ESV, CSV. I see none that say names.
Brother, I'm looking at it myself. I wish I could post it up.
What's the scripture again? Matthew 22
screen, brother.
I'm gonna put mine up.
What's the scripture again?
And you can do yours.
22 and 20.
22 and 20, okay.
22 and 20. Matthew.
Right. Oh, he's saying, what he's saying is that the subscription is the name. That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. And if you look up when they put the title of the Lord, King of Kings, King of the Jews, they say superscription. That's a title. That's a mark.
Absolutely.
Now, when you go into, so that's what I was referring to, that stamp.
Right,
now,
right.
Go ahead.
So can we engage now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, y'all. Slocky, my bad.
All right. This is my question right here. And you probably can help me with this because I actually been looking for something like this for a while. Can you show me what concordance you can go to? Because Strong, hey,
Salakia.
Who has background?
Yeah, we got
gotta cut that background. That's y'all. Gotta cut that background.
Yeah, y'all got background.
To Casey and JoJo.
We see what y'all on when y'all hang up. We see what y'all got going. No, y'all ain't got church in the morning.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right.
There we go.
All right. According to First Maccabees, chapter 15, verse 6, and what you brought out. Where can we go to see? Because Strong's, the Apocrypha isn't in the Strong's concordance. So what concordance did you go to look up First Maccabees, chapter 15, verse 6?
Okay. When you go into the word mark, when you go into the word charagma, that word stamp is synonymous with that word. And how we know that is when you look up the word mark in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, if you look up the word mark and you look down, you will see the word stamp. And you can also find this in Wikipedia and in any dictionary as well, but I'm using the scriptures. So what I would do is use Revelation 13, 16, or any word mark in the book of Revelation, and you will see the word stamp referring to money.
I'm gonna tell you why I can't do that. Because we also see the words cross and tree used synonymously in the New Testament as well, when Yahweh Shai was being hung. So when I want a reference for the Israelite community right here on the screen, where can I go to pull up on my screen and put my screen share on and show them the translations for First Maccabees chapter 15 verse 6, so they can see the word translation that was used right here? What can I do? Where can I go? I'm gonna type it in. I got my browser ready right now.
Like I said, if you pull up the word mark in the book of Revelation, and if you also read the book of Maccabees, the chapter in context, First Maccabees chapter 15, you will see that it's referring to money. You will see that clearly. And like I said, I also have the definition of mark, charagma, stamp being the definition for the word mark. I can read it if you would like.
Okay, Salakia. No, not yet. Listen, just real quick, Salakia. Is there a source that you can show me where we can look up the translation in the Hebrew for First Maccabees 15 and 6 that I can show Israel what the definition of what these words, just like I'm going to the tools and I can break down all these words? Is there a source that I can show Israel so we can see what's happening in verse 6? Because we're speaking English right now, and this was written during the time of the Maccabees, which could probably be Greek or Hebrew.
Greek.
It's always translated in English, though. Doesn't make a difference.
Exactly. I agree with you. But that doesn't mean the wording behind it is always going to be English. It's in translation that we think it is in the
scriptures. where the precepts become very important.
Exactly.
The Bible even tell you to come back to the precepts.
So if you read, like I said, if you look up the word mark, Salakia, if you allow me, if you look up G5480.
I want to say that. We'll go there. But I just want to say.
I get you. But see, the same thing you say is a little Old Testament brothers try to use this language barrier as a stumbling block for Israel. But the Bible was translated to English, so we must keep it in that state. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I know. That's why I gave an example about the tree and the cross.
Okay.
We refer to the Karagma. We gonna keep it on the mark and the Karagma. Now, if you go to the G5480, if you go to the G5480, the word Karagma, the first definition is a stamp, an imprinted mark. That's what it says. It says theme card. Now I can get into the theme card. So if y'all allow me to.
Well, I was going to say.
Now hold on, real quick. Before we do that, I need y'all to do something. Clarify. Do me a favor, right? Can you read Revelation 13 and 16 and just say how would you break that down to somebody? So you saying it's money, but break it down. Like, how do you? Are you saying you buy or sell without money?
With money.
Anybody. So anybody who takes money is going to be destroyed. Is this correct?
No, sir. Get the Revelation 20 and
No.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. We're gonna get there. I just need you to just give me a brief synopsis without going to all the precepts. Just explain in your words.
I got one precept. I'm gonna answer you with.
Bro.
Get the First Timothy. Get the First Timothy 6 and 5.
All right. First Timothy 6 and 5.
I got plenty more too.
Yeah, but we don't need to see all the precepts you're going to is to back up your definition of money, but we need to first seal the definition that's in Revelation 13, which we ain't really got to yet.
You said the mark, right? That's what you.
Yeah, but there's more than just that.
But that's what we had. All I wanted to do is prove that the mark of his name is referring to money and not a RFID chip. That was my only argument.
Okay, but we're not done in understanding that, because there's more than just. You got to read to the rest of the chapter. You got to finish that whole chapter out.
I understand that, and if y'all want to go into that, that's fine. But okay.
Now go ahead.
So you say prove to you? Can you repeat your question again, brother?
Yeah, if you can with your own words, no precepts.
I can't do that.
Words. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
We use the Bible. This is how we.
What's your meaning?
You can't tell brothers who teach the Bible. Salaki, okay.
Bro, let me just finish what I'm saying. You can read precepts to people all day, but when people be like, "What does this mean?" Because when you say money, it's confusing. If you take the word mark,
to you.
Listen. If you take the word mark and you replace it with the word money, that's not going to make sense when you read it. So that's why I'm asking you to explain it, so it does make sense. Okay, explain it.
It absolutely makes sense. Okay.
So read the verse.
Okay.
13, 16.
Okay. 13, 6, First Timothy?
No, Revelation.
Okay, Salaki. All right. Let's go 13, 16. All right. Let's see. Can we make it make sense? It says, this is Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
So basically he's saying the so-called white man, the fourth beast that spoke about in Daniel,
right?
All right, who's in rulership, start with the Greeks. That's where the word mark, when you do your history, if you do your history, it'll show you that they called their money Mark. Still today, the so-called white man got money named Mark. called Dutch Marxists and whatever. But he calls us all, meaning the so-called the fourth beast gonna call everybody to worship his dollars, his money. That's what he do when he take over nations. Why did he kill Gaddafi? Why did he kill Gaddafi? Because Gaddafi wanted to give up that dollar. So he calls us all, even rich or poor, free or bond, no matter if you're a king or a peasant like us. All right? Go ahead, Up.
Or in their foreheads.
So he calls them and receive it in their right hand, right? So I'm going to read Revelation 9 and 20, and I'm going to show you what that means. It means the worshiping of the money. If you get to 1 Timothy 5 and 6, that explains what I'm talking about. It's not just having money, it's the worship of money. And this is the scripture to prove it in Revelation 9 and 20. It says, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands. That's what it's talking about when they say receive a mark in their right hand, meaning the works of your hand. Not literally, and when you look up that word hand, it'll tell you, it says, let me see here. Salakia, I misspoke. So it says, starting at the top, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold. Now, when you look up this word gold, it's G5552. And it says golden, made of gold, overlaid or covered with gold. Let's look up this. When you go to the root word, it says stamped gold. Stamped gold. And then it also says gold coin. All right. So going back to the scripture, it says, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship. That's what it's talking about, the worship of money. Like all our people today worship money. Cardi B got a song, money. Every rapper got to have a song dedicated to money to call our people, which is the poor, to take the mark of the beast. And on a higher level is the example I gave earlier with Gaddafi and with Saddam Hussein also. And many other world leaders. But let me finish reading this precept and I'm going to let y'all brothers have the flow.
Real quick question before you finish. How do the poor that don't have money worship money?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Just like the example I gave. I'm poor. We're considered the poor. Our people rob for money. Our people sell sex for money. They deceive. Look at Elder Sahar and IUIC. They deceive for money. So that's how the poor worship the mark. Let's read on.
That's how
you didn't answer his question. You didn't answer his question.
Wait a minute.
He said the poor that doesn't have money. The poor that doesn't have money.
They desire money, so they steal. Okay, I can answer that question, brother. The poor, like myself, poor people, like black people.
No, not those poor. Not the ones.
What kind of poor?
The ones that have no money. That's exactly verbatim what he said.
I mean, we don't know the circumstances of those people. It could be drugs. It could be. We don't know that, bro.
But he's being clear. No. But his question is specific.
Listen.
I understand what you're saying.
Everybody in the world worships money, bro.
Hold on. Y'all mentioned Tahar and Cardi B and people like this and robbers and drug dealers and all this, but that's only a small percentage of our people. It says he calls us all to worship
and I can explain
money.
that.
So how's he going to call
that's what I can explain.
Worship money? Okay, go ahead.
Everybody that's indoctrinated, people with this American dream, with this American philosophy, people come from overseas. I meet people every day. They say they came over here because they heard the jobs, the money was good, was better. All right, so they'll sell out their culture and come over here and be part of a wicked culture, a Babylonian culture, to get ahead. This happens every day in America. Every day.
Right.
That's how.
So
it's not just.
So can I make a statement real quick? So I'm going back to Revelation 13. I'm gonna start at 14, right? Because see, I noticed one thing that you're saying a lot. You're saying worship the mark, worship the mark, worship the mark. So I want to go back and read something to make sure we understand what's actually being worshipped. Okay. So this is Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them that they dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Now, what is that image to the beast?
That's not dealing with the mark or the stamp or the imprinted mark.
But
that's
the question,
a separate image.
Right, but the subject matter I'm dealing with is worship, like you said. You said worship of the mark. But again, I'm going to the same column that you're reading, and I'm getting the context as far as what's being worshipped. It says, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused of all both. Now it goes into the mark. So he's saying, but it says in verse 15, if they don't worship the image, they should be killed. And so now it goes back to what I not right. So now it goes back to what I not was saying as far as the badge of servitude, because first of all, you have to agree to worship the image first before we even get to the mark, correct? That's what it says. Well,
basically, I want to deal with the word mark. Then
hold on. Listen, but wait a minute. We don't just deal with one word in one verse. When you got 2 or 3 that's above it, that gives you the entire context. Again, you want to deal with the word. Hold on one second. No, ain't no next time. It's right. It's next now. Now hold on for a second. Okay. Again, I only went up 2 verses from the verse you brought out, because you want to deal with one word, and then you deal with worshiping of that word. But the thing is, again, 2 verses up, the context shows you that the worshiping is of the image of the beast, not the mark that was given later on after serving the image of the beast.
And the mark is part of this beast image.
But again, hold on, no. Okay, so by you, hold on. By you saying it's a part of it, that shows that it's separate. So again, if you're not going to take the mark, hold on, wait. This is what I'm saying. You're not going to take the mark if you don't worship the image in the first place.
And that's fine with me.
But that destroys your logic, because again, you have to worship the image of the beast first. Then you have to show your servitude of worship.
These people.
Hey, brother. We definitely let you talk. We've been very quiet.
Okay, Salakia.
Please let me finish expounding my point. Okay. So now, again, you want to deal with the word mark, but I want to deal with the context of verse, again, 16, 15, and 14. You guys spoke about worshiping of money. You liken the mark to money. But again, in the context of these 3 verses, the worshiping is of the image of the beast, not to the context that you're putting your logic to. That's what I'm saying. That's where my discrepancy is.
Okay. Now I gotta ask, so I can answer. I'm gonna answer you right now.
Do you know what my question is?
Everybody, yes, sir.
So hold on. Wait. Do you know what my question is?
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat my question just for clarification?
You asked me what you say they got to worship the image first before they can take the receive the mark. So I'm explaining that, right?
So you do agree that's 2 sequences, right?
Yes, I'm about to explain it right.
Okay, so the thing is this. So my question is, what is the worshiping of the image? What is that first? Since you agree that it's 2 sequences, what is the first sequence? Worshiping the image. Before the mark is even in play, you have to do this first. This is the first step.
Okay, I got you, brother. The image is the likeness. That's the whole thing, man. Okay.
Likeness of what? Likeness of, hold on.
Okay, hold on, let me finish.
Wait. Likeness of what? My question is, as far as what's the beast? What's the image of the beast? That's what I've not been saying. When we go into these scriptures, can we get some clarity? Can we get some, some details? That's all.
No, you getting clarity if you allow me to explain. It's the likeness. That's all it is.
Of what?
It's part of his
likeness of
image.
what? What's the image?
That's part of his likeness. He used money.
So who is
okay?
So this is my question. So this is my question. Then, since you're not answering, hold on, wait. But the he, who is the he?
Listen to me.
Hold on, because you're not answering my question. Who is the he?
He calls him all.
Who is the he?
Who is the he?
Yeah, because notice when you went to Maccabees, you spoke up. Hold on, wait.
He know this, man. He know this.
Okay, so hold on. Hey, brothers, we are
because you know this.
We are talking about the mark, and don't tell me what I do know, what I know. Actually, listen to my question. That's all I'm gonna ask you a question. You know, it's no need to start telling me what I know when you know this. There's no need to go there.
You gotta let me
let's keep. But you have, but see, listen. You have to answer my question, not answer how you're answering. See, the thing is, you're not addressing what I'm telling you.
Your question.
Okay, let me rephrase it for you. Okay, because see, I said the image, the beast, and then the he. It finally brought it out of you to say Edomites. Hold on. If you finally said it, Edomites. Can you be more specific? Who is the he? Just Edomites?
The same he that causes all outside of the elect, whoever worship his image, all right, all rich, poor, free, bond, to receive the mark, meaning to worship his dollar, man, his money, man, his charisma.
Okay. So the thing is, see, again, you're not dealing with his image right now. Let me ask you a question. Okay, what do you mean by Edomites? What do you mean by Edomites? Who's ruling?
That nation is in rulership right now. And whose image is on the mark right now? That's it. That's the answer.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So hold on, wait a minute. Hey, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on.
Okay.
Too many people talking.
Yeah, for real. Listen.
Okay.
Again, you said whose face is on the money? The Chinese got their face on their money. King Jong-un, hold on. King Jong-un got his face on his money.
The Bible is talking about the Edomites. We're not talking about more.
Wait, but hold on. It says, but wait, bro. Right, but it says all people. You guys are not sticking to context.
All people.
Right, so that's not okay. So wait a minute. Listen. So wait a minute. So listen. Can I make a point real quick? So can I make a point? Can I make a point real quick?
This guy is crazy, man.
I'm crazy. Okay, now I'm crazy. So now I'm crazy.
Here we go.
So you know what? I'm crazy. Okay. Diesel. No, Diesel. You need to apologize, bro, before we move forward.
I'm sorry, man. But I would get real frustrated when people don't let you.
No. It's not about you getting frustrated, but you need to apologize, bro, because I didn't say nothing to you about being crazy, bro.
I said, I come something, but it's very frustrating. You got to admit when I'm trying to get my point out. And
but see, the thing is, you're getting your point out, but you're not dealing with our question. First of all, you tell us that the image or the he is Edomites. Then it says, okay. What'd you say? I was talking, and then you started talking again. So, are we going to do this, or are we not going to do this? What are we going to do?
We're going to do this.
So let me finish, make my point. Then, what I'm saying is that. So what I'm saying is this: you're not sticking to the context of what I'm saying. You mentioned worship of money, which you call the mark. But the thing is, in Revelation 13, it says worship the image, and in order for you to worship the image, you then have to show your servitude by taking that mark. So that means you don't even get the mark if you don't even. Okay, so right. So the thing is that you are stating an error in context as far as worshiping the mark. You're not worshiping the mark. You're worshiping the image of the beast.
It's not. Nas, it's not an error. You're not listening. But go ahead, brother.
Okay. So look. So now. To this topic the next time. How is that not me listening to you? When I say let's go 2 verses and deal with what's actually being worshipped from what you said out your own mouth as far as money being worshipped.
So what is you guys stand on what the word mark is? The word mark dealing with a microchip or not?
Okay. Absolutely.
That's what I'll ask. Is that
hey, I'm gonna do the same thing Diesel. I'm gonna do the same thing Diesel did. You know already, huh?
Okay, we do. I just wanted to bring it out.
No, but yeah.
No, go ahead and make your point, brother.
I was just saying in Revelation 14:11, the Lord said, "Who worship the beast, image, and the mark." He put that as one.
And that's separate. And that's separate. Go ahead. That's separate. That's separate though. And that is separate. And hold on, that's right. That how is that not separate?
He clearly says, and he said, "Who worship the beast and his image." And
hold on. Wait. Hold on. So hold on. Okay. So let me respond to that. So a sandwich and a drink is not two different things?
Hey, Nash. Hold on. Can I please make a point?
Hey, y'all speaking.
That's our stance, brother. We ain't gonna go back and forth.
Y'all gotta take y'all outside, man. Yeah, y'all causing more confusion than outside. Because Nas the only one talking, but both of y'all talking. Yeah, just go ahead and have some order, man.
Salakia. Okay, now we call with the question. We showed through the precepts what the mark was referring to. I got more, but
okay,
brother, that the RFID chip was biblical and scriptural. So I would like y'all to show me, in the people, in the Bible, the RFID microchip.
Okay.
All right, finally. Now, let's go to Revelation 13. This is real simple. Let's go back to Revelation 13 and let's read on down. Okay. So we just read verse 16, right? Let's read verse 17 and 18. That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, real quickly, can you show us what is the name of the beast or the number of his name?
I thought y'all was, I just asked you, you said you were going to show me the RFID microchip in the Bible.
I'm going to. I'm not even there yet. We're not even there yet. We still got another verse. I'm just asking you in verse 17, do you know?
No, we give you our stance. The floor is yours, or not? We
y'all got the floor, brother. Show me the RFID microchip.
That's all we ask.
So I'll take that.
All we ask, brother, please.
I'll take that as a no. Okay, so let's go to the next verse. Here is wisdom. Let him that understands count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, when you look up that word, 666, the word is chi, xi, stigma. Okay. Have you looked this up before? Because this is the part that kills your argument every time. Chi, xi, stigma. Do you know what the word stigma is? What it means?
You got the floor, brother.
You tell me.
I know I got the floor. I'm on the floor. I'm dancing on the floor right now. I'm asking you to join the dance. Do you know what the word stigma means?
We called in and asked you, brothers, can y'all show us the RFID microchip?
I'm showing you right
in the Bible. Now you asking me.
He's doing that. He's doing that now. He's doing that now.
You're absolutely right. I'm asking you questions while I'm breaking this down.
Go ahead and break it down, Anna.
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
By the time you ask it again, they'll be searched out and found it.
No.
Okay. A few more seconds.
See, come on, man. Hey, break it down, brother. This business, man.
All right.
Don't do that, man.
Stop playing.
Relax.
Well, hold on. Ain't nobody playing.
It's two of y'all, bro. It's two of y'all.
Hey, Mawar, check this out. Hey, let's check this out, Mawar. Mawar, let's chill out, bro. Right? Let's chill out. That's twice. Let's chill.
Wrong.
That's twice. And that's twice though.
Let's do it.
Let's chill out. Chill out. Just chill out, Mawar.
Hold on.
Chill out, bro.
Hold on. You say it's all good, but remember, y'all calling us porn stars and we wicked shepherds.
Now it's getting
personal. We're not gonna do this.
Out, bro.
bro, listen. You said it's all good.
We want to talk about the mark. Y'all ain't get to that yet.
Listen. We're
It's
talking
okay.
about the mark. But
It's
don't
okay.
say it's all good when you guys are the ones insulting us where there's no insult to you. So it's not all good until you apologize for those insults. But we're still dealing with you amicably nonetheless. So let's continue. The word stigma.
Before you go there, though, you want to say that, though. But you know, through the spirit, though, and I'm going to keep it 100 because I was here first. And you know what I'm talking about. You guys called us all type of names first, brother. And you got to be a man of worship. We respected you, brother.
You no name.
Okay,
brother,
so
you did a whole show, when you was on the radio show, when we did the 24 together, you called us out our name, you cussed us out, called us dummies. You didn't never respect our scholarship, brother. And we let that pass. We let that pass. I know. You did, brother.
That's not
yes,
true.
you did. Don't do that, brother.
Okay.
No,
yes,
you don't do that. What are you talking about, bro?
Okay. All right.
Well, look. Check this out. We gonna do this. Let him. So look, Mawar.
Let's go back to the definition.
Right. So so right now, where we at right now? So where we at right now is that I now answering your question, Mawar. Where is the RF showing you how the RFID chip is biblical, right?
Okay.
That's your question, correct? Just clarifying.
The word.
Yes, sir.
Right.
A precept.
Okay.
Let's go to the word stigma. Stigma is a word which means to imprint, to press in. A stigma is a physical characteristic on a person's body. There's a thing called stigmata where people believe they have the wounds of Christ, right?
Show me the precept.
It's a physical mark. And that goes back to the word charagma, which the definition was badge of servitude. Because see, you asking for a scripture. Now I'm gonna take you back to the Old Testament. How when a man who was a servant chose to continue to serve after 7 years, he would get an awl bored into his ear, right? That's a badge of servitude.
Okay.
So that awl being born in his ear is the badge of servitude. So now,
can I interject right quick on that one, please?
Well, let him finish his point.
Can I please interject right quick? That badge of servitude today, that today will be your birth certificate, brother. That got nothing to do with buying or selling, referring to the mark. But you can carry on, brother.
Exactly. Come on. Go ahead.
Okay. But see, you're saying that it means birth certificate, but a badge of servitude is something physical, right? A badge is something physical that's placed on you.
A birth certificate is
why?
physical.
Okay, why?
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you brothers on mute. I'm gonna put you brothers on mute for a second because y'all don't have no hospitality, man. Okay, go ahead, brother. Make your point, and I'll take them off mute when you're done making your point. While we sat here and listen to y'all talk the entire time.
Like,
go ahead.
Like Bebop and Rocksteady.
Like I said, bro, when you go to y'all keep bringing up charagma, but when you go to the root of charagma, it's karak, which means a pail or a stake. Something that, like when you take a chisel and a hammer and you chisel to engrave, impaling somebody. That's what it means. Karak, the root of charagma. Now, when you go to stigma, it's also to be pricked, to make an incision.
Man.
A scar of service. It literally says this. A scar of service.
Man.
Badge of servitude.
That's it.
Y'all not now take them off mute and let them deal with a 6 score and 6.
Right, because you just said how karak goes with karak. So y'all got the floor. I'm gonna take all off mute now so I can respond to it.
Please let me speak.
You got it.
Are we off mute?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You got it.
Can we speak? Okay, now you brought up the root word of charagma, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go to Job 19:23. We're gonna show you what that prick, what that to cut means. That's the etch, to write. That's the etching part. All right, because when you look up the bureau, whoever listening, you can look up the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. This is a government agency that produces money, that produces the dollar bill today. And the name of that agency is called the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Okay, so Now let's go to Job 19:23. But before you read that, brother, I want to read the root word of charagma, what the brother just brought out. It said a pale or a stake, a placid. It says a rampart. It says sharpened to the point. It says, let me read the rest. It says a stake. It says an impalement. That's what it says. So that's the root word to charagma. Now I'm gonna look up the root word to charagma. Let's see what that says. To write. All right, to write. With reference. Hold on, let's keep going. It says to write, because in the ancient times they called it etching. But let's keep going though. It says to draw up in writing, to compose. Now I want you to read that Job 19:23.
And that my words were not written. Oh, they were
right. Okay, it says no. Now that my words, let me grab it myself too. I'm gonna grab it. That's that Job 19 and verse 23. I want to look at these words while you reading. So I'm gonna look up that word written. I'm gonna look up that word written. We all know what written is. It says, when you go to the strong definition for that word written, it says to grave. To grave. The same. Okay, we gonna keep going. To grave. Read on, brother. Okay, I got you.
They were printed in a book. That they were printed.
Now let me look up the word printed. It says to cut out. To cut out. That is printed mark. That's how they wrote. Etching, sketching, to draw up, to write, to engrave. The definition for this word, and if you look up the word H2710 in the book of Job, chapter 19, verse 23, it says to cut out, and it says shawak. All right, shawak.
So again,
all right, hold on.
We get into it.
So we can't say
we got one more verse. That's gonna bring it out.
Get your next verse, and then I'm gonna address.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me finish up. Let me finish reading the definition where it says to cut in, or this is not referring to the to the birth certificate, to the earring, all right, that they used in the ancient time to symbolize your servitude, that you was a certain particular person's slave. This is something else. To cut out, it says to inscribe, to engrave, to cut in. It says to trace, to mark out, to engrave. Brother, read on.
That they were graven with an iron pen.
That they were what? Graven with an iron pen. Now let's look up that word pen. It says stylus. The same thing as the charagma, bro. That's the pen. That's the stake. That's the plastic that it used to cut in, okay, and write on metal or either stone back then. The stylus, an iron pen with a diamond tip to write on stone or metal. It says in the strong definition, a marking stick. A marking stick.
Not something to impale on your body. See, this is where we got to study history, man. A stake is an ancient tool to use as a pen. Not something that you can impale in someone's body.
We already know that. We know that.
Why do you go there then? I'm not. You know that. That's thinking people.
Okay, wait a minute. Since you said that,
I'm calm, bro. I'm passionate.
Wait a minute.
Look, I'm passionate. I'm calm, brother.
Man, okay, wait a minute. Since you say that, now you can receive it because y'all keep talking. I want y'all to do me a favor. Go to Galatians 6 and 17. And Lay, I need you to put this up on blue letter on the screen. I need you to share this. I want everybody to read this.
And we still waiting on that RFID microchip, huh? Please. You gotta show it to me.
If you will be quiet. I'm waiting for y'all to get Galatians 6 and 17.
Lay, read the scripture, huh?
Hold on. Lay.
What's good? I got it. I'm in
Galatians. Did you hear me?
He got it. So
I'm at Galatians 6:17 right now.
Yeah, share that. I need them to see this. Now, Galatians 6 and 17 says, from henceforth, let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the mark of the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? Now, go to the word mark in the blue letter for the definition. I still don't.
And this gonna be the RFID microchip, right?
Right. Can you be quiet? Don't mouth.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna put y'all boys back on mute because y'all have no just don't understand.
Man,
taking
you
your
not
turn,
control
man.
your faculties.
Crazy. Go ahead, bro.
I'm just waiting to y'all got it on the y'all gonna share this or what?
It's up. It's up.
Yeah, it's up. It's delaying.
Okay, I'm looking on the I'm on the delay. I don't see it on the channel. But anyway, so let's go into that word mark. Right? The word mark is G4742 stigma. Stigma. Okay. Now I want to read. Well, I want y'all to see this as I'm reading it. I still don't see it up on the.
I'll read for you. I got you. It's scroll back down. Right. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, the slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies. Indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their God's image.
There you go. There you go. Say less. Say less. Now, since you mentioned history, it's funny that you mentioned history, right? Because when you look in history, before the word charagma was used for the mark of the beast, the word charagma in the Greek was used to denote a snake bite. A snake bite, which is similar to the syringe that's going to implant this RFID chip. Now, if I'm wrong, show me where I went wrong on the word stigma, but you can't. You cut. Go ahead, unmute them. Let them have the floor.
All right, y'all brothers got the floor back.
Let's see if they can weasel their out of this.
We unmuted.
I hope so.
Yes, you are.
We back on? We
yes, you
on?
are. Yes.
Okay. Now, we called in. We asked you brothers to show us the RFID microchip. We dealt with the word mob and charagma. You went all the way to another word.
No, it's the same word.
You went to the ooh first. You went to the ooh first, which you got from Elder Gabar. We already cut him on that, and we showed you through Job 19 what that stake and what that impalement was used for. It's right according to the charagma, what's used to buy or sell. That's what we refer to, brother.
It's different than the stigma. Charagma is different than. Now, do me a favor. Go look up the history of charagma and put on the screen right now, please. With the ancient, please go look up charagma and put that on the screen right now and see what it says.
It's a Greek word. We still ain't see the RFID microchip because we know, according to the scriptures, it says, let every word be established out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses.
But the mark,
but
for the record,
just read.
Here's your history. Charagma is an engraved, etched, branded, or inscribed mark or sign. Closest to the original sense. Listen. Closest to the original sense is the earliest example in Sophie's Philo 267, page 267, where charagma denotes the bite of a snake. This comes from the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament.
Buy or sell.
To buy or sell.
To buy or sell, brother.
Did you hear what I
y'all not listening at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We did hear that. You said charagma. The charagma is
That's why you keep saying I don't hear the mark of the beast. I don't hear the RFID because you're not listening. We've been bringing it up, but you're just not listening.
I'm gonna repeat what you just said. I'm gonna prove to you I was listening. You said that the mark of the beast is referring to a snake bite. That's what you said.
I didn't say that. I did not say that at all.
So where's the scripture?
Definition. It didn't say nothing about the mark of the beast. It said charagma is an engraved, etched, branded, or inscribed mark or sign. closest to the
okay. So you start right there, brother.
Early example where charagma denotes the bite of a snake.
Brother, we showed you the precepts, and you telling me that charagma mean the bite of a snake. That ain't got nothing to do with buying or selling. That's what we dealing with, buying or selling.
Okay, well, first of all, you said you was dealing with Mark. You said you was dealing with Mark.
You saying that buying or selling is dealing with money. And you saying that everybody
buying or selling is dealing with money. That's what you buy and sell with.
But you said that everybody worships money because guys that you meet say that they come to America for money. That does not.
I didn't say, bro. Listen, everybody outside the elect, will be caused through deception and sorcery of the so-called white man to worship this dollar in one way or another.
But wait a minute. But what about people who don't use the money? They use Cash App or a plastic card. What about that? Is that
okay? I'm glad you said that, brother. I'm glad you brought that up. I can explain that. I'm so happy you brought that up. Now, people like myself and like most people, they do use that. But you gotta remember, brother, it's still moving money. Just because you got a card in your pocket,
right? But remember, hold on.
You swipe, let me finish making my point. When you swipe the card, it's moving money from your bank account to their bank account.
Yeah,
it's moving money. It's just not your physically.
But the thing is, though. So you're saying now zeros and ones is in the scripture? It's a scripture now.
Yeah.
What you say now? No, I never said gold coin, brother.
No, I never said gold coin either, brother. That shows you're not listening. What I said is that you mentioned a card being swiped. You said it's still money. But the point is, now you're saying that zeros and ones are now a subscription. Is that what you're saying?
No, I did not. Let me explain.
No, wait. No, hold on. I'm not, okay. What I'm saying is because you already said that it's money, which is you said out your own mouth that it's the money that we have right now with the Edomite's face on the dollar, right? Now, what I'm saying is that, okay. So now what I'm saying is this, is that now you have people who don't even use that dollar. They actually use everything cashless.
Okay.
Right? So now there's no subscription of these faces or these Edomites that you say that's on the dollar. So what about how
can I explain?
What?
I got the point. I heard you the first time. I was explaining.
No, I'm listening.
Now, like I said, I have a card in my pocket. Okay? When I go to the store and I swipe the card to buy something, physical money, dollars, that's in the bank, in my bank account, comes out of my bank account and goes into whatever bank account I'm doing.
That's not physical.
Yes, it is.
So
okay,
you're saying wait. You're saying that every time you swipe your card, somebody physically goes to your bank, physically takes cash. Thank you. It's zeros and ones that get transferred. Like
and also too.
You trying to be you're trying to be too smart, bro.
No, it ain't. No, you just need to keep up.
Listen, bro.
Listen. Hold on, Mawar.
It's not banking. It's not money.
Hey, Mawar. Hold on real quick, Mawar. Hold on real quick.
Listen, bro. Please,
no. Hey, we've been listening. We've been listening. The point is this,
brother.
You're saying,
a point, brother. Can I please just make this one point?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Please. Now, that card that's in your pocket, that Cash App, I'm going to show you how. Now, when somebody send me money, Cash App, or whatever, however you want to say it, debit card, whatever. When they send me money through the Cash App, I can download it to my account. I can go to my ATM. I can put that card. It's just a vehicle to make stuff more convenient. It's not getting rid of money, because when you look at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, and you look how much money they're printing every year, they're not declining in printing money.
Okay, so now let me say this. So now
they're printing more money now.
So now let me say this now, okay? And I disagree with that because, like I said, the society is moving towards cashless. But let me say this though. Now, again, now if you're this card that you're swiping right now, that's the mark. But where is it in Revelations that it says that this image is to worship money though? Because again, it's worshiping of the image. How is that image money?
Okay. Okay.
Or how,
read what you read.
and also too, and also let me ask you this question. Let me say this real quick. Hey, Mawar, real quick. Also though, which money right now is the actual mark? Is it the United States dollar? Is it the UK? Which money is it?
Can I answer?
Yeah, that's my question.
Can I answer it? Either might. It don't matter if it's all the beasts, bro. They all the same beast.
Okay, so do me a favor. So do me a favor. Do me a favor now. So do me a favor. Are you looking at the screen? Are you looking at our screen at the show?
I can't see the screen, brother.
Y'all not watching the show? No. Hey, I'm saying this. All right, so do you see the screen?
I can't see the screen, brother. I'm Salaki. The people see. That's what
okay.
matters.
All right. So the people see that we have money right now from the South African Reserve Bank. There's no Edomite on this money.
Who gives them power? Edomites run South Africa, though.
They run South Africa.
Okay. So now. Okay. Thank you. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. So now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, hold on, Mawar. Hold on real quick. So now. We're getting somewhere now. So now you're being more specific now with who the Edomites are that rule everything. So now you say the Edomites run South Africa, correct?
They run the world according to the Bible.
Hold on. So now, who are these Edomites? Who are they?
The Edomites.
Who?
A nation of people.
I don't know their name.
What do you mean? So there's not an elite ruling class right now?
Yes, it is.
So who is it?
He done got so far from the RFID microchip, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying, who is it though, bro?
Can I bring this up?
No, hold on. No. I'm asking the question. No. I'm asking the question. I'm asking, who is that? Who rules South Africa? You can't just say a nation of Edomites, bro. You got to give us something. You got to give. Hey, Diesel, you got to be more clear. Give us more for the people. Give us more clarity, specifically. So who?
Edom is a nation of people.
Okay, well, but hold on. But what do you mean as far as just a nation of people? Who are
the Egyptians?
But who's the ruling? Okay, listen. But who's the ruling class that's ruling? Right, but you're saying a name. But who? Who though?
Oh my God.
Who?
Okay.
Like for example, I'll give you an example. Like you have the ABC camps. They say Donald Trump or they say America, right? Right?
The Bible says.
Hold on. Hey, I'm asking you. Is that what people say? They say Donald Trump is the Edomite that's going to bring them. Okay, but see the thing is though, you're not clarifying who is Esau. You're just saying the nation of Edom. You have wait a minute. So you're telling wait a minute. You have Edomites. Hold on, wait. You have Edomites that go to work with you. You have Edomites that you deliver to. You have Edomites that you work for that pay you.
So was the Assyrians. So was the Babylonians.
Okay, but again, we are now on a different scale, on a world scale now. So who's ruling on the world scale? You can't just say Edomites.
Oh, hold on, stop right there, brother. Now you starting to trip because the Bible say the Edomites gonna be ruling till the Lord come back, bro.
Okay, hold on. First of all, it says in Revelation 13, it says he. Hold on, wait. It says he and the beast. So who is that beast?
The same beast that's in Ezra, who the Lord say that he.
All right, and also he said to Ezra, "This is the same beast." Hold on, this is the same beast that your brother